Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Rhyme of the Times for the weekend in 29th of March 2025. An editor of a magazine, it seems, is deemed part of Trump's team, and he reveals what he's seen, and US head of security eventually comes clean. Peace in Ukraine remains just a dream after the US meet representatives of the Russian regime. Reeves' spring statement follows a familiar theme. Just Stop Oil seem to have run out of steam. Now they plan to be less extreme. The worst wildfires South Korea's ever seen, and a Myanmar quake brings terrible scenes. It's funny, but not many people were amused on Monday with the latest Trump jaw-dropping news, especially those who think the planks Trump has used to construct his cabinet have been fixed with loose screws. One component of his cabinet he's chosen to choose with national security had played fast and loose. Mike Waltz accidentally included a journalist onto a government chat group list. Around the world, cue shocked and disbelieving frowns and comments like, "What a bunch of clowns." Reckless, idiotic, dangerous clowns, perhaps, for the most unbelievable security lapse. Of course, this cabinet doesn't really do humble, and Waltz fumbled and grumbled about being rumbled. He and Trump's clique launched a verbal attack against the sleazeball and bottom scum hack. The Atlantic's editor-in-chief, it seems, was the one to blame for joining Trump's chat room team. Jeffrey Goldberg, unawares, found himself in the loop and then was victim blamed by the rest of the group. Goldberg had suddenly found himself in the know about every single detail, blow by blow, of the military operational info concerning the bombing of Yemen 2 weeks ago. It must be every magazine editor's dream to have been able to see what Goldberg had seen, but until Monday he kept the lapse under wraps until his moral discretion finally snapped. Even then he didn't disclose anything that could let American security be put under threat. However, he later had a change of heart after Trump and co. ripped him and his MAG apart. There was a retribution behind his decision, no doubt, to have the cat from the bag completely let out. We also learned what we already knew, that the Europhobia of Trump's men is indeed true. Pete Hegseth made it clear how much he loathes us, seeing Europeans as pathetic freeloaders. Trump showed no remorse and no signs of reeling, and after initial denial explained his feelings. The artist of the deal said it was no big deal, called it a glitch, and gave his standard spiel. Mike Waltz, in the end, took responsibility for the leak, but he stays as National Security Chief as we speak. On Tuesday, the US and Russia met again in Saudi to try to bring peace to Ukraine. But in diplomacy, like war, Russia's the same, playing a patient, attritional game. And after the 12-hour arm wrestle was done, it appeared that Russia had once again won. Meanwhile, Putin showed just what he thought of it all with a bombardment of a Sumy kids hospital. On Friday, J.D. Vance was left out in the cold, given the cold shoulder, and effectively told Greenland's not for sale and Greenlanders aren't sold on Trump's plan to bring them into America's fold. Trump believes it's a deal he has to make for Greenland's and the world's security's sake. Because Russia or China, make no mistake, with ambitions of world domination at stake, see Greenland as the icing on their imperial cake. But Greenlanders just say, give us a break. So Vance, given the cold shoulder and a red face, instead just visited a US Army base. The Chancellor's spring statement could not have been duller, but still caused ire from every political colour. Rachel, in accounts, as critics like to call Reeves, produced no rabbits, no surprises up her sleeve. It's a changing world, she helpfully told us, trying to keep cool while all around smoulders. On the other side, the Tories Mel Stride tried to chide and deride and be a bit snide. But the Chancellor would not be knocked off her stride, her own fiscal rules steadfastly applied. In fact, much of the current Labour strategy could quite possibly, as a matter of fact, be taken from the Tory government playbook, leaving many Labour folk with a dismayed look. But the Tories also took a bashing, of course. It's 14 years of Tory rule that has put us off course. That's what critics say, and so they now claim. If Stride was in Reeves' shoes, he'd be doing the same. Mother Nature this week gave another timely nudge to remind us global warming ain't no science fudge. The worst wildfires in South Korea ever, started by humans but fueled by hot, dry weather. On Friday morning, Myanmar was rocked by a 7.7 strong tectonic shock, and 700 miles from the epicentre in Bangkok, like a pack of cards, down came a skyscraper block. But Myanmar right now in civil war is locked, and the fear is aid from outside will be blocked. This week King Charles' health gave concern. Cancer treatment, it seems, made him slightly infirm. And also because of his advancing age meant he had to cancel a few public engagements. Hallowed places will no longer be spoiled. No more public journeys will be foiled. No more snooker tables or tennis courts soiled. No more rage and people's blood brought to the boil. 'Cause on Thursday, after 3 years of disruptive toil, an announcement came from Just Stop Oil of a change of tactics that avoids civil turmoil.